In this video, I'm going to explain how to play Fishing Frenzy and reveal all the new updates that happened with the token launch. Yes, Fish token is already tradable and you can make money playing that game. There will be a lot of information about the gameplay, about different strategies and a lot of important things. All time codes will be in the description. Watch this video until the end and I will tell you how you can receive free fish tokens from me just by playing the game. And don't forget to join our Discord community with over 1000 members. I'm Cerber and let's get started. Fishing Frenzy is an idle game, which means you don't need to spend a lot of time playing, and that's one of the reasons why I like this game. Many of you know that I don't like to play games that require me to play 5 hours a day or more. I prefer to think about economy and play smartly rather than just waste my time. Fishing Frenzy is that type of game. First of all, to start playing, you will need to open a link. I will leave it in the description. Then you will see the main screen. That's your fishing territory. To start fishing, you need to click the hold to cast button. You can click on it or hold. There are 3 different lengths to fish: 1 2 meters, 3 4 meters and 5 6 meters. If you hold the button, you will be able to fish with 5 6 meters, but be aware that longer length consumes more energy. Then you can use 5x, which means you will cast 5 fish at one time and also spend 5 times more energy. To understand the length, I recommend you to click the info icon. You will see your catch rate of fish per rarity. Different lengths have different stats, but from my experience I can tell you that 1 2 meters length is for common and rare fish, 3 4 meters is for epic fish and 5 6 meters is for legendary fish. And let me answer your question, what length to use? I recommend you to always use 1 2 meters. Don't ask why, I will explain it later. So when you finally want to fish, just click the button and then you will need to click hook when you see bubbles around your rod. And in the end, you just need to reel your fish in the green zone. It might seem very difficult, but after a few tries it will be really easy for you. The most important thing in game is energy. Without energy you cannot fish. To fish you need at least 1 energy, and every day you get 30 energy for free. You can buy energy with gold, which you can obtain by selling fish or leveling up. Each fish you catch will give you XP to level up, and the higher your level, the better chances to catch higher rarity fish you will have. Now when you understand the gameplay, I think we can move into economy and explain more about how the game works and how to make money. I will go from simple to harder things, but I don't recommend you to skip anything because I have been playing that game for over 5 months already and I have a lot to tell you. Let's start by talking about the battle pass. As in any game, there is a battle pass that you can buy. There are 2 versions of it, free and premium. The premium version costs 10,000 fish tokens, which is about $40 right now. But is it worth buying it? Let's calculate. First of all, Karma Pass has levels, and as you fish or cook, you will get XP, and that XP is also calculated into your Karma Pass, and each level gives you free things. For free almost every time it's gold, which is good because gold means energy. More gold, more energy, more fish, and more fish means more gold, and so on. If you want to get the premium version of it, first of all, you will get 2 times more gold, because you get the same amount of gold in the premium version. But in premium, every 5 levels you can get a fossil, fish tokens, pets, sushi or bites, a lot of different things. You won't be able to complete the Karma Pass even until level 150 because you would need to put a lot of money into it, but you can easily get level 100 until the end of the Karma Pass. Since I claimed the rewards already, I can see how much fish you will get back, but it should be about 1000 fish, so that's already 10% back of the pass's price. And if you manage to complete more levels, you can easily obtain about 20% back of the price. In my opinion, it's definitely worth buying a Karma Pass if you play daily and sometimes even participate in the leaderboard, because the amount of gold that you will get back is quite a lot. And you also will get pets, and they are very important in game. Soon I will explain why. Next important topic that I will talk about is the leaderboard, and that's where we will be able to make money. There are 2 types of leaderboards, the open one and prestige. The open is open to everyone, and the prestige is for players who have at least 200,000 karma. How to get karma and what it is, I will explain to you very soon. In the open leaderboard you can still earn fish tokens, but the amount is a lot lower than what you can earn in prestige. You can play without 200,000 karma, but when you get enough gold and fish, I recommend you to get 200,000 karma and participate in the leaderboard. In prestige, besides fish tokens, you also will receive chests, which you can easily sell on Ronin market for Ron tokens. There is also a cooking leaderboard which has the same rewards. Each leaderboard lasts for 1 week, week, so you can get rewarded every week with fish tokens and chests. I, for example, am participating, and right now I am at top 14 in fishing and top 7 in cooking. If the leaderboard finishes right now, I will get 16,000 fish, and that's about $70 a week. Quite a lot, agree? But I'm no newbie and I know a lot about this game, and you won't be able to earn by simply fishing every day for free, spending your 30 energy. No, that's not enough. What you need to do is fish every day and save your fish until you get good cooking recipes, and then cook. About cooking I will speak in a few minutes, but you need to understand that you need to save your gold and fish to be able to earn something and to not spend it every day. Next, let's talk about gold and energy. That's a very important topic. Energy will directly determine how much you can earn. If you got no energy and no gold to spend, you won't be able to fish and go up in the leaderboard. Gold you can get daily in quests and for daily check-in, and also in open leaderboard and karma pass. In shop you will be able to buy sushi. That's how you transform your gold into energy. 100 gold is 1 energy. The ratio is always this. Every day you will catch free fish, and that fish you will be able to sell for gold to buy sushi and transform it into energy and fish more. But don't run to sell your fish, because there might be a better option than selling, and that's when enters cooking. By clicking on travel, go to restaurant location. Here you will be able to cook your fish and get energy in exchange. Every week there are different recipes, and some of them give you more energy back than from selling price. For example, this week there is a recipe with 2 common fish. If I decide to sell those 2 fish, I would get 14 gold back, but if I decide to cook, I will get at least 1 energy back. 1 energy is 100 gold. So do you see a difference between 14 and 100? It's 7 times bigger. And that's not all, because when you cook, you also have a chance to get sushi, and 1 sushi gets you 5 energy. That's 500 gold. For cooking, you get XP to level up your cooking, and that XP is also considered into cooking leaderboard and karma pass. So cooking is very profitable, and as you cook more, it becomes more profitable. For each level you increase in cooking, the chance of getting sushi instead of sashimi increases by 0.2%. That's why if you open cooking, you will have 10% to get sushi, and I have 27%. It's a big difference, and it means I get more energy back from all fish than you, because I'm cooking. Besides energy, sometimes if you get lucky, you can get sashimi with higher rarity, and those you can sell for pearls. Pearls is a different currency, and you can use it to spin the wheel. By spinning the wheel, you will get some free things. In Prestige Wheel, I can get fish tokens, some fossils, gold, sushi, etc. It's like an extra income that you can get, but it's really difficult to get those sashimi with cooking. You need to cook a lot. The best recipe to get pearls is by cooking mythic fish, because you have a high chance of getting Nirvana sashimi, which will give you 15,000 pearls and 120,000 XP. That will be enough to go up in cooking leaderboard and increase some cooking levels. But sometimes there are bad recipes that you should skip. For example, there is a recipe with 1 epic and 2 rare fish, which in my opinion doesn't worth cooking, because it's a lot of high rarity fish for a small return. Since cooking recipes update every week, I prefer to save my fish and wait until better recipe. That's why I don't use my fish on recipes with 2 legendary fish and epics with rares. I wait until there is a recipe with 1 epic and 1 common or 2 rare fish. That's enough for me to recover a lot of energy back from my fish. On average, from cooking, I can recover about 20 or 30% of energy I spent on fishing. That's why my fishing is so productive, because I get back a lot of energy from cooking. I just wait until the perfect moment. In game there is also an aquarium and diving. Diving is a risk to earn mechanism where you spend your gold, run or fish tokens, and if you get lucky you will earn, and if you don't, you lose your resources. I don't recommend you to dive, it's a waste of resources, because it's a casino mechanism where you can't win. In aquarium you can stake your fish and receive some reward as you stake certain amount, but it's not profitable. It's always better to cook rather than stake in aquarium, unless you have a lot of fish and you are a whale that can afford the aquarium. Then Yes, next location is Workshop. Here you do your upgrades. They will help you in fishing process. Every 5 levels you get 1 upgrade point. In the beginning you will level up fast and get a lot of points, but after you reach level 100 it's going to be really difficult to increase your level and you will be struggling with points. So hear me out to not make mistakes. The fishing manual skill is useless in my opinion. It gives you extra XP in fishing which doesn't help you with energy. Then you have Icebox skill, which increases the sell price in gold of your fish. So for example, if you sell your fish for 100 gold, you will get 10 gold back. In my opinion, that skill is also useless because we are going to use cooking and not selling our fish. Next is the cutting board. It's a skill that gives you a chance to not consume bait while fishing. It's a skill that you should pick after you get higher levels. For new players, I always recommend to get rod handle and reel skill. Reel skill will increase your capture zone. It will make your fishing process simpler. I spent 2 points here and I'm good with it. The rod handle skill is one of the best out there. It gives you a percentage of not spending your energy with fishing. I maxed that skill and I have 15% free energy. So for example, when I spend 100 energy, I on average will receive 15 energy back. That means with those 15 energy I can fish more and get some extra fish to cook and recover my energy back. Pretty good, right? In the beginning I recommend you to get that skill. In my opinion, it's one of the best. Then there is a lucky charm. With every fishing, you have a small chance of getting something. You can get XP, baits or sushi. I like this skill because it also helps me to get some energy back. For example, when I spent 1000 energy on fishing, I can get this skill 3 or 4 times and get 5 sushi. If 2 times I get 5 sushi, that's 50 energy in total, and that's 5% recovery from the total energy I spent. That's why I'm spending my points on that skill right now, but only because I already maxed out my rod handle skill. Skills are very important and they will help you in game to progress faster. Sometimes there are events where you can get re-upgrade points, but those are for whale players and it ain't easy to get them. Next location is Cavern, which opens on level 80. It's a normal location like the basic one, but here you can catch different types of fish. First of all, there will be only 4 or 5 fish available in the beginning, and to unlock more you need to get fossils and spend them unlocking fish. Some high rarity fish will be really difficult to obtain because they require high rarity fossils and it's not easy to get them. You can get fossils by fishing with NFT rods in this location, which is good but expensive way, since NFT rods cost RON tokens, or you can get fossils in daily quests. By completing daily quests you get gold for free and points, and as you get 2000 points you get a free spin where you can win fossils. That's the best way to get fossils and the cheapest one. The problem is that you will need to get them, because cooking now requires fish from Cavern. The team is mixing cooking with basic and Cavern location, which is hard for new players. Fish in Cavern also gives a little higher XP in my opinion, so if you are looking to fish, better to fish in Cavern for higher XP. With time there will be more locations, but for now try to collect fossils and unlock new fish. Next big topic is the karma score. For you to understand, karma score is your rating. Imagine the game like real life where your status matters. If you are rich, you are an important person, but if you are poor, no one needs you. Same in Fishing Frenzy with karma score. Higher karma score means you are contributing to the ecosystem, and low karma means you are not doing anything good in game. First of all, how to get karma? The easiest way is by buying and staking fish tokens. For you to be able to unlock Prestige Leaderboard and some additional things, you need to have 200,000 karma. You can obtain that amount by staking 17,000 fish for 360 days. 17,000 fish is about $80 right now, and by staking that amount you will get free fish every day on a daily basis. I, for example, have 150,000 fish staked, and daily I get about 500 fish tokens, and I can do whatever I want with it. But during staking you can't withdraw your fish, so they are going to be locked for a year. But as a bonus you will get a small amount daily of fish back, and also in game you will be able to spin the wheel in the quest tab. The lowest amount you can obtain is 100 fish. In 1 month, if you keep playing, you will get at least 3000 fish tokens back from this wheel and be able to participate in Prestige Leaderboard and get about 500 fish tokens back from staking. I think it's really worth it to get 17,000 fish tokens just to get 200,000 karma, but it's not the only way to obtain it. You can also obtain karma by buying Founder's Pass, which costs $200 and gives you instantly almost 200,000 karma score when you stake it. You can add liquidity, make in-game purchases, play the game, refer friends, make content, etc. So everything you do in-game matters. You can find a better way of getting karma, and in the future some of these calculations can change, but I truly recommend you to get 200,000 karma just to be able to play and get free things in game, because in the long run they will recover your expenses. Now let's talk about pets, because no one talks about them and sometimes players don't understand how important they are. You can obtain pets in Premium Karma Pass in certain levels, and you also can obtain pets during special events, but often those pets require you to spend really a lot of gold, time, and maybe even put your money into the game to get pets. I, for example, have a lot of pets because I spent a lot of money and time, but I know players that have way more than me. Pets are so good because they give you free fish on a daily basis. Yes, they give you free fish. There are different rarities, and high rarity pets give you more fish. The fish you get, you can sell and get gold, which is energy. So pets give you energy. I made some calculations, and a legendary pet on average gives 200 gold in fish every day. Epic gives about 120, and common and rare about 60-70 gold daily. That's not bad, and based on my pets I get about 3,500 gold every day, and sometimes I even get a shiny fish that I can sell for around tokens. But now imagine if I don't sell my fish and wait until a good cooking recipe to increase the amount of gold I will get back. If I do it, I could be looking to make about 7,000 in gold every day, and that's a lot in my opinion. So by having a lot of pets you are more competitive and you can save easily. To 1 week participate in Leaderboard and get fish tokens to sell. And also the team told that they are planning to make pets tradable NFTs, so all those pets I will be able to sell in the future for real money. Is it possible to make money in Fishing Frenzy? And the answer is yes, of course, but it's not that simple. First of all, you can't do it alone, because you need to think about good strategies, and it's better to do it in community. That's why I have a Discord community with over 1,000 members playing different games. Link is in the description. Then, as a new player, it will be very difficult for you to make money in the beginning, but if you save a lot of fish, one day you will be able to cook it all and then climb the leaderboard and get fish tokens as a reward. I have made tons of calculations about fishing and cooking, but all that information I'm posting on my Discord server for my community only. The good thing is that you need to spend only 5 minutes a day to fish your daily energy. That's all. That's why I like this game, and it's pretty addictive. I recommend you to start playing right now. Get your account, fish every day, save, discuss strategies, and when you grow your account you'll be able to be in the top every time and earn. Now let me share with you my strategy. Of course I won't share with you all the calculations, but I will tell you what I'm doing. First of all, I always use 5x, just because it's way faster to spend your energy. Second, I always fish with 1-2 meters. I decided to focus on rare fish and get as many rare as possible, because in cooking recipes, rare fish give you a good amount of energy back. And also by fishing with 1-2 meters, it takes me more time to spend my energy, which means I get more fish to cook and more chances to get mythic fish. Also, all the mythic fish I get, I save. I save all my mythic fish until some cooking events or events with pets. Then, yes, I cook all my mythic fish to get pearls and spin the wheel to get some gold. Next, I always use small bait. When I spent 100,000 gold on energy, I also spent additional 25,000 gold on a small bait, because they give me more rare fish, and rare fish is a way better than common. I also never sell my fish. I save it and wait until the cooking recipe. Sometimes I can save like 500 fish or more and get a good recipe, and then I cook a lot, get a lot of energy and also XP for cooking leaderboard. So that's my strategy. Right now I have about 1 million gold on my account waiting to be used, and that gold I want to use to get some additional pets. If I could get at least 10 more pets, I would be really happy. And if you want to progress quickly, I can help you with this. All you need to do is to create an account with my referral link, and every day I will be sending you for free 100 gold. You will receive it automatically in game because you are my referral. And that's not all. As you reach level 50, I will send you 100 fish tokens that you can sell or just take to receive a little bit of karma. My link is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, join my Discord community, and see you in the next video.